Hello there.
Point.
Counterpoint. No, I'm the point.
Oh, are you the point?
I'm point. You're counterpoint. You can be point if you want. You want to be point? Go ahead and be point.
All right, so you're going to be counterpoint?
I'll be
no,
counterpoint.
you be point.
Okay. Are you sure?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
No, really, after you.
Thank you. Hello, my name's Point.
And my name is Counterpoint.
And we're here to discuss Denny Hamlin's knee and why, Counterpoint, it was such a good idea for him to gut it out and stay in the race car for all 376 laps
as they
on
say,
Saturday night in Phoenix.
As they say in Montreal, au contraire, Point, it was not a good idea.
It was a brilliant idea.
Gotten out of the car when the outcome was a foregone conclusion.
The point I'd like to make, race fans, is that for those people who think Denny Hamlin was somehow silly to stay in his race car on Saturday night in Phoenix and run all 376 laps in his case, I say no. It was the right thing to do because what it meant was he was willing to put himself on the line just as he asked his teammates to do.
And let me counter your point by saying, yes, and that's laudable, but at what cost? Did he prolong the healing process?
No.
And will he be in worse shape at Texas than he would have been otherwise if he had given his knee time to rest, more time to heal?
It would have been easy, race fans, 2 laps down, running around 30th, to get out of the car because you're really not competing for very much in the way of points anymore. You put Casey Mears in there, he's going to run 30th. Casey Mears could have lost 2 laps and he would have run 32nd.
Oh, no,
Seriously.
32nd instead of 30th?
Exactly. So he had nothing to gain points-wise. I'll admit that. But what he did have to gain was the respect of his teammates. He asked these guys to bust their butt. What does a driver have to do? He has to make his teammates care about him as a person. And in order for him to do that, they have to know he cares about them and cares about the team as much as they do.
The other thing that he has to do, the other responsibility he has to the team is to keep the long-term goals in mind. Long-term goal, win a championship, not just do well at Phoenix or do well at Texas. And I contend that he would have put himself and his team in a better position to win that championship if he had given his knee rest instead of riding around for no real reason.
You, sir, underestimate the value of team chemistry in winning a championship. To win a championship, to beat Jimmy Johnson, everyone on that team has to give every single thing they've got. And they can't do it unless they really, truly care about the driver. They've got to know. They've got to know. He asked them. He brings a wrecked race car back into the garage, and he asked them to bust their tails to get it back out there so they can finish 32nd or 36th instead of 37th. Well, he did the same thing from the driver's seat. That's important. This is a guy who's thrown that team under the bus in the past.
Wouldn't
he stepped up.
Wouldn't he also be making a sacrifice and sending a message to the team about what the team's priorities were, about saying, look, I don't want to give this seat up, but it's the best thing for us as a team for me to do that here and now, especially when you're coming to his best downforce racetrack, Texas Motor Speedway.
He'll be just fine at Texas. He won't have endured anything but pain, but what he will have gained, the respect of his teammates, I think that will stand him in much better stead when it comes to winning a championship, as you, sir, predicted he would do, and right now he's 18th in the points.
Exactly.
So I say,
exactly. He's 18th in the points. He
make
hasn't
the sacrifice.
given himself any wiggle room. He has to be the best he can be.
And that's why every single point counts, and that's why he had to stay in that race car on Saturday night. For Counterpoint.
And Point.
I'm Point.
And I'm Counterpoint.
Rowdy.com. Say it like it is.
Say what like it is?
Rowdy.com.